Ma'am, I exactly did not understand this very well. So,
Why?
yeah.
What's confusing in this question?
No, ma'am, like the basic thing is not very clear.
Acha. What? Read the question. Tell me what do you think it means.
Diameter of the base of a cone is 10.5 centimeters and
Hmm.
its
Hmm. And we have
slant
done a
height
similar
is
question
10 centimeters.
in the previous class. We did similar questions, right? The
Ma'am.
edge over here, for example, here in the first question that we did, the L was given slant height, and the same thing in this question also slant height is given. And then in the question that we did in the previous class, we had base radius was given. Over here, base diameter is given. So what will be the radius?
R is equal to D by 2.
D by 2, and that will be
5.2, 5.
5.25. 5.25, right? Just a minute, I will. Huh. Then,
Ma'am, is the
similarly, you can find it using
final
the
answer 165 centimeter square?
165 centimeter square. Let me just check.
Yeah.
It is 165 centimeter square. Okay.
Okay.
Then, second, and Preshita, this question is very simple. Please go ahead and try it on your own. All that you need to do
Okay,
in this
ma'am.
question is just instead of in place of diameter, you can just divide it by 2 and need to find radius. Radius is diameter of half of diameter. So just find your radius and you can find your CSA using that formula, which
Hmm.
was pi RL. Okay. Then let's come to the second question, which was find the total surface area of a cone if its slant height is 21 meters and diameter of its base is 24 meters. Again, all you have to do is just diameter by 2, that will give you the radius,
Yes.
and formula of total surface area. You just have to put the values into the formulae. Yes, Avni, what did you get?
Ma'am, the final answer, right?
Yes.
1244.57 meter square.
It's not 57, bache, it's 57. Okay,
Okay.
57. And what formula did you apply to find the TSA, total surface area?
S is equal to pi RL plus R square, then like simplify the same formula.
Pi RL plus
Pi RL plus pi R square. So like if we
pi
simplify
r
it,
square. Very good. Okay. Hmm.
so then
Then
after simplifying it will be pi bracket R into L plus R square.
no, it will be you will take out r also as common. So pi r into L plus r. We did it now. See this one. Pi r into L plus r. हाँ ठीक है.
Okay.
Fine.
Yeah.
Then Avni, let's do this one. Huh. A conical tent is 10 meters high and the radius of its base is 24 meters. Find the slant height. How did you find the slant height in this, Avni?
The slant height L square is equal to R square plus H square.
Then L becomes
L square is equal to 7. Yeah, L square is equal to 676, like adding both of them up.
no.
No?
L
But then
square is equal to what? See, over here, your L is equal to 10 meters. Sorry, this is
H
your
is equal
H.
to,
Hmm.
yeah.
H is equal to 10 meters and your R is equal to 24 meters, right? Then your L square is equal to H square plus R square. Acha, you were talking about adding both of them up. ठीक है. Then,
Yeah.
so this one H square is
Then
100.
after that,
24 square is how
yes.
much?
Oh,
I believe it is 576.
yes, ma'am.
So 576. Then this gives you 676. Okay, we are doing the third question.
Huh.
676. So that means L squared is 676. So L becomes how much?
Root of
26
Very good. 26 what? Meters. Always mention the
meter.
meters. Acha, this reminds me. So I checked your answer sheets of the fortnightly test 2, the one in which there were 3 chapters, the question paper which was for 30 marks.
Hmm.
हाँ, तो Preshita, Avni, Zain, Abdul Jabbar, and Riaz were the only ones who attempted that test. Munir and Abdul Rahman, you guys didn't attempt that test, and you guys haven't attempted any test till now, as far as I remember. Your test, did you see your results? I sent you all the answer sheets. Yes, Avni, I sent you the answer sheet.
Yes, ma'am. I received it.
Preshita, I don't have your number, so I couldn't send it to you.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah. So the rest of them I sent it. But,
Hmm.
so Avni, did you see where all you made mistakes? Abdul Jabbar, Zain?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the very basic thing, the first of all, there's a lot of things that I wanted to discuss with you guys about
Hmm.
the test. First of all, see when you're copying from someone's answers, the teacher very easily gets to know that you're copying. Whether you're copying from a classmate's answer sheet or you're copying from the internet, the teacher comes to know very easily. Okay. So in one of the students' answer sheets, I have mentioned it also, but the rest of you, I overlooked it. But please always remember that, see, right now you're in school. When you grow up and you become grown-ups and adults, and if you do such kind of things, it's actually called plagiarism. Writing something which is not actually yours. So when asked a question, please be honest and don't use unfair means. Okay, first of all. Secondly, um, a few basic things apart from that. See, there's a proper way of writing maths. Okay. For example, when you write in English, for example, you have formal letter, informal letter, you have a format of that, right? Similarly, in math, we have formats. No one tells you this, but it's just something that is conventional. So, for example, when you write a statement, in one in one line there should be only one equal to sign. It should not be like this equal to over here and something, and this is equal to something else. If you want to say that, let's say for example, x plus 4 is equal to 2y, for example, and you know that the value of y is, for example, 4, then the better way of writing it is you write it just below this line. The equal to sign should be just below the equal to sign, and 2 into 4. Okay, this is the proper way of writing it. And some of you have written equal to's on every line. This is not mathematically accepted. Okay, first of all. Secondly, when we are talking about, and this is something I have repeatedly said when we were doing the triangles chapter, that when we are trying to prove two triangles as congruent, then first we are supposed to write always in triangle this and triangle this. Always mention it. Otherwise, the teacher won't know what's going on in your mind. Now, the teacher can't read your mind. The teacher can only see what you've written on the paper. So always write this in your answer. Is this clear? Yes, students?
Yes, ma'am. It's
Yes,
clear.
ma'am.
So when you're going to prove two triangles as congruent, always first start with in triangle this and triangle this, and then you give the 3 points, and then you write, therefore, don't write these two triangles are congruent. No, write triangle this is congruent to triangle this by whatever, SA, whatever it is. Okay. Now the second thing is, what else was there? Units. If you don't mention the units, Abdul Jabbar, I will come to your doubt in just a minute. If you don't mention the units, for example, over here our answer was 26, right? So what happens is when we are writing an exam, we are too much in a hurry to finish the exam, right? We forget to write the units. The units are very important. If you don't mention them, your marks might be reduced, might be deducted. Okay? So always mention the units, and always be, for example, over here it was meters. So we have to write meters. You can't just write centimeters. Then your answer will be wrong. Okay. So this is about the units. Please be very careful. Then about what was that? Figures. So in questions which have diagrams, figures, especially your lines and angles chapters and triangles chapter, if you do not make the figure, if you do not draw the figure in the answer, then your marks might be deducted. Okay, and I will definitely deduct your marks the next time if you guys don't draw the figures. Because you know what happens is, some of you have done this, you have not drawn any figure at all, and you have done angle 3 plus angle 4 is equal to something plus something. And I'm like, what is angle 3 and angle 4? It's not even given in the question. It's just something you have taken by yourself. What is angle 3 and angle 4? How am I supposed to know? So please always draw the figure. Okay. And yeah, I guess that's about it. If I remember something, if I recall something between, I'll tell you. And so, yes, so Abdul Jabbar, you're asking, is AAS and ASA different? Yes, they are different a little bit. ASA means angle side angle. Angle side angle. For example, Abdul Jabbar, look at this side. Okay, for example, if it's given that this side, I'm going to draw two triangles. Okay, so this side is equal to this side, and this angle is equal to this angle, and this angle is equal to this angle. I think you can't see it, it's too light. Fine, so this angle is equal to this angle.
We can.
So here it was, this is an angle, this is a side, and this is an angle. Here what is happening is ASA. Why? Because this
Angle
side
side
is,
angle.
this side is
Between both the
included.
angles.
It is
Yeah.
between both the angles. This is called the included side.
Okay.
It is called the included side. Okay, so that is why this is
But in
ASA.
RHS, the side is not included, right?
In RHS, it is. RHS is what? RHS is just R, right angle, H, hypotenuse,
Hypotenuse.
and side. Any other side, either this or this, any one side. So yeah, this
Okay.
is just RHS. But when it comes to ASA, this side has to be between these two
Yeah.
angles. Let's say this is one angle, this is one angle. Then we are necessarily talking about this side, which is between these two angles. Now, similarly, SAS also. If you have two sides, let's say you have two sides. Okay, this side and this side. And the angle between them, as you can see over here in SAS, the A is between the two S's. So the angle is between the two sides. But in case of
Included angle.
AAS, in case of AAS, the side doesn't have to be included. For example, A, so this is one angle, this is one angle, and this is the side. Do you see here, Abdul Jabbar? This side is not included. Is this clear? What is the difference between
Yes, ma'am.
ASA and AAS? Yes, Abdul Jabbar? Let me know. Okay, thank you. Fine. All right. So let's move on. Acha, did you guys check your answer sheets? Avni, Abdul Jabbar, Zen. Did you check your answer sheets? The one I sent you? Did you go through them and find out what were your mistakes? Avni, I have to talk to you also about your answer sheet. Okay, so maybe after the class, we will talk about the answer sheet. Okay. Will you be available after the class?
Yes, ma'am, I'll be available.
Okay, fine. Then let's move on. Where were we? We were talking about 26 meters. Fine. So this slant height we have found. What else do we have to find in the question? It says cost of the canvas required to make the tent. Okay, Avni, we'll do one thing. We will just after this question, we will discuss your worksheet. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Hmm. Cost of the canvas required to make the tent. So what do you have to do in this? Can anyone tell me?
Um, pi into r into l.
First, tell me what does it mean? What do we have to find out? They are asking us to find out the cost of canvas required to make the tent. So how will we
Ma'am, the
find that out?
total surface area of the cone.
Of the cone, not the total surface area.
Curved surface area.
Yes, curved surface area. Because a tent,
Yeah,
the
the
tent
outer part.
doesn't include the bottom portion. It includes only the curved portion. So
Hmm.
the cost of canvas required, we will find curved surface area. So first we'll find curved surface area, then we will multiply it with the cost. Cost of 1 meter
Okay.
square is rupees 70, so we'll multiply it. So curved surface area will be how much? Formula pi RL.
Yes.
Then we
Curved
will put
surface area
pi.
will be
Hmm.
um
22 by 7 into
22
into
by
24
7
into
into
26.
24 into 26. So now I'm not going to solve this right now. What I'm going to do is, so this is the curved surface area, something something meter square, right? You have to find the cost of the canvas. So cost of canvas is going to be this entire thing, the CSA,
into 70 rupees.
into 70 rupees. So this 7 and this
Yeah,
70 get
70 gets
cancelled.
cut.
So then you have to just multiply this entire thing. And what do you get?
Hmm.
1,37,280
Okay. Okay,
rupees.
fine.
Yeah.
Good. So now that's all that we have discussed for this thing. Now let's discuss the worksheet that Avni is bringing.
Okay.
What all chapters are there? I think all the chapters we have done except for polynomials, right?
Yeah, ma'am, but this worksheet only contains of triangles.
Triangles. Okay, fine. Let's discuss triangles.
Ma'am, I'll share the question to you in the chat box. 1 minute.
How about you? If you have the worksheet as a PDF, then send it to me on WhatsApp. I will share it on the screen.
I have sent you.
Okay. I will just share it on the screen. Hmm.
In that, I have doubt and assertion reasoning, question
Hmm.
7 and question 3.
Question 7 and 3.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. MCQ is there. Then you have solve
Yeah.
assertion and reason. Question number 3.
No, ma'am, not assertion, before assertion and reasoning. Like
Okay,
there's
hold
question
on.
number 3 and 7.
Achha, achha, just a minute. Hmm. This one. Question number 3 in the given figure. This thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What doubt do you have in this?
Like I was not able to solve this
You're not
question,
able to
that's
solve
why.
it. Okay. Let's do it over here. So it looks like this is the, I am just going to make it like this. Okay, and then this is A, B, C, D. Oops, sorry, this is C and this is D. This is angle 1, which is equal to angle 2.
Yes.
In the given figure, angle BCD is equal to angle ACD. ACD. No, no, no. One sec. Angle ACB is equal to angle BDA. Huh. There's a slight mistake in this. This will be angle angle BCD. BCD is this one, right? So it will be equal to angle ADC, not ACD. Okay.
Okay.
So this is equal to this. And then this is your other angle, which is angle 3. And this is your other angle, which is angle 4. And you can always figure that out by the number of stripes that are here in the angle. Okay.
Okay.
Prove that AD is equal to DB. AD is what? AD, acha, this thing. AD is equal to BD. Acha, wait a minute. There is, maybe they did it on purpose. And angle A is equal to angle B. It can't be like that. It can't be BD. It has to be BC. Prove that AD is equal to, this has to be BC, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
It cannot be BD. So you have to prove these two things as equal, and then you have to prove angle A is equal to angle B. So it's very simple. You can just take these two triangles in triangle ACD and triangle BDC. Okay. Then in this, what all are equal? Here, CD is equal to CD, common base, common side. Yeah. Let's just see what these two triangles look like. They look like this and this, where this is CD, CD. These two are equal. CD is equal to CD. Then this is your angle. See, angle 1 is equal to angle 2, and angle 3 is equal to angle 4. So this is equation number 1, this is equation number 2. When you add these two equations, what do you get? You get angle 1 plus angle 3 is equal to angle 2 plus angle 4. So this is what you are getting. And what else? This over here is your angle 2. This over here, this thing is your angle 2. And this right here is your angle 1. Okay. So here you
Okay,
have
ma'am.
angle 2 is equal to angle 1 given. Angle 1 plus 3, which is this thing, which basically means angle ACD is equal to, or let's just write angle ACD is equal to angle BDC. Given. Or not given, you can say angle 1 plus angle 3 is equal to angle 2 plus angle 4. Therefore, by ASA, triangle ACD is congruent to triangle BDC. Therefore, by CPCT, angle A is equal to angle B and AD is equal to BC.
Okay, ma'am, got it.
Got it? Okay, then 7.
Yes, ma'am, 7th.
Okay, so you have equilateral triangle. CDE is an equilateral triangle formed on a side CD of a square ABCD. By the way, the other students, I hope you're also listening carefully, because
Yes,
this,
ma'am.
even though it's a worksheet of from Avni's school, these are questions that are common for you guys as well, right? So show that triangle ADE, which is this triangle over here, is congruent to BCE, this triangle over here, these two thin triangles. So let's do it now. So this is a square, right? So this side will be equal to this side. This side will be equal to this side. Why? Because this is an equilateral triangle. This triangle is equilateral. Okay, so this side will be equal to this side. Let me write it over here. In triangle ADE and triangle BCE, AD is equal to BC. Why? Because they are sides of the same square.
Hmm.
Then DE is equal to CE. Why? Sides of an equilateral triangle.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Then what else is left? Now we need either we need a side, because when you already have two sides, S, S. So either you will need an angle in between them, or you will need a side in between them. Okay. So we cannot think of this angle, we cannot think of any other angle. We have to think of the angle between them. Otherwise, how will you get SAS? The only two options we have right now are SSS and SAS. So if you don't take the angle between them, then you're not gonna get SAS. And obviously the third side, there is no way that the third side will be equal, because it's not given to us. So we can't take that. So we'll have to take the angle between them. Now the angle between them, if you focus on it, now angle ADE is equal. Forget about now, right? Like this. Angle ADE is equal to angle BCE. Why is it equal? Can someone tell me? How is this angle equal to this angle?
Mm.
Think,
Because the
think.
sides are already equal.
So, what does that have to do with the angle?
Ma'am, it's an
Prishita?
equilateral
Ha, then equilateral triangle, then what will happen?
then all the sides will be equal.
Yeah, sides will be equal. We are talking about these two angles. Angle ADE. Can you see those two angles that I have marked?
Yes.
These two angles, this angle and this angle. Why will they be equal? Yes, Prishita? See,
Ma'am, we have to prove triangles like triangle ADE and triangle BCE equal, like
congruent. Yes.
congruent,
Hmm.
and we have two sides equal, and
I'm asking these two angles will be, I'm telling you that these two angles will be equal. Okay.
hmm.
I've written it over here. I'm asking how will they be equal? Think about it. Okay. For 1
Ma'am,
minute,
because
forget
it's an
about.
equilateral triangle, so both
Hmm.
the angles will be equal, and in a
Okay.
square, all of the angles are equal. So 90 degrees plus the equilateral triangles
See, look at
angle.
this, okay? Look at this triangle. Forget about everything. Look only at this
Okay.
triangle. In an equilateral triangle,
Yes.
all the angles are what? In an equilateral triangle,
Equal,
they are equal
60 degrees.
60 degrees. So this is 60 degrees. Sorry, this angle is 60 degrees. This angle is also 60 degrees because it's an equilateral triangle. Acha. Now forget about the triangle and focus on the square. In a square, all the angles are equal, 90 degrees.
Well,
So this angle is 90. This angle is also 90. So this is 90 degrees plus 60 degrees, which is how much? 150. This is also 90 plus 60, 150. So are they both equal or not?
Yes, ma'am.
So the reason we will write, and this is how we will write it. Since now a little bit you'll have to write it like this. Since angle ADC is equal to 90 degrees is equal to angle BCD. BCD. Okay, this angle and this angle. And this tiny angle and this tiny angle. And yes, angle CDE is equal to 60 degrees is equal to angle DCE, because they are angles of an equilateral triangle. Okay, therefore angle ADC plus angle CDE equals angle BCD plus angle DCE. So ADC plus CDE is how much? ADC plus CDE is how much? Yeah. ADC
that will be
angle,
150.
150, but the name of the angle is angle ADE, right? So angle ADE is equal to angle BCE is equal to 150 degrees. So that is why we have written that ADE is equal to BCE. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
So now what rule have we used here? We have used
Angle
SS.
side angle.
no.
No,
We have
sorry,
used,
side angle side. SAS.
we have used
SAS.
SAS. So by SAS they are congruent. Okay.
Ma'am.
Any other doubt?
No, ma'am.
No other doubt in the entire worksheet?
No, ma'am. I solved it.
Solved it. Very good. Okay. Fine. Then let's get back to our okay. So let's do a few more questions in this. Question. What's the date? Well, so can you see the question in the exercise? Curved surface area. Okay, I'll just write it. CSA of a cone is 308 centimeter square. And its slant height is 14 centimeters. Find radius of the base and total surface area of the cone. Okay. So what all is given to us? CSA is 308 and
Slant height is 14 centimeter.
how can we find the radius of the base if CSA is given? Do we know any formula for CSA? Do we know any formula? In cone, acha, what all are the formulae we know about the area of a cone?
The curved surface area and the
What is the formula for
total
curved surface area?
pi RL.
Pi r L. Good. So here we know CSA, we know L. Can we find out R?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So CSA is, let's do it together. So R comes out to be how much? Tell me. Someone solve it and
1
tell
minute.
me.
40. No one.
R is 7.
Yeah.
Okay, R is 7 what? So we will write R is equal to 7 centimeters. And we will close it inside a box. I keep repeating this because it is important for your answer sheets. You have to present your answer in a nice way. Then the second thing we have to find is the TSA, total surface area, which is going to be how much?
IRR.
How much?
Ma'am, the answer.
Sorry, Abdul Jabbar, what did you say? Couldn't hear you.
Nothing.
Array,
It was
okay.
pi RL plus pi R square.
Pi RL plus pi R square.
Now we can write it as pi RR plus L, right?
Good. Yes, Abdul Jabbar. Pi R into R plus L or L plus R, same thing. So TSA is, find it out and tell me.
$4,642.
4,000. No, not 4,000.
400.
462. ठीक है? Acha, Abdul Jabbar, is this entire chapter coming in your test?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This chapter is actually pretty interesting. A lot of students find this pretty interesting. Once you come to know the formulae, everything becomes easy then. And now once you can just memorize the formulae. Then the question says, what length of tarpaulin 3 meters wide will be required to make conical tent of height 8 meters and base radius 6 meters? Assuming that the extra length of material that will be required for stitching margins and wastage in cutting is approximately 20 centimeters. Can you all see the question in your textbook, or should I share my screen?
Can you share screen?
Yeah.
Can you see this fifth question? Acha, wait, it's not yet shared. Wait. Now can you see the fifth question?
Yes.
Okay, good. So what are they saying? They are saying what length of, this is the material that is used to make tents and stuff. Okay. So what length of this material which is this meters wide, will be required to make conical tent of. So first of all, let's forget about the material. Let's first bother about the conical tent. Okay. So the conical tent, the details they are telling us is what? Height is equal to 8 meters. Base radius is equal to 6 meters. From this, now they are asking us about some material from which we are going to make this tent. So obviously it means we are going to use the area. We're going to need the area. Do we need area or something else? We need the area of the tent, right? The surface area of the conical tent. That's what we need. So first let's find the surface area. Now you might have a doubt, so why are we finding the surface area when in the question it is asked what length of tarpaulin? In the question they are asking us length. Why are we finding area? So this thing you will come to know in a while. What is the use of this length which they've given in the question? But right now, just know that they are asking us about some material that is going to be used for making our tent, right? So obviously that means we are going to need the area of this tent. Is this much clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Rest of you, okay. So let's first find the area of the tent. The CSA. So CSA is equal to pi RL, but we don't know L. So first let's find out L. L is equal to under root h squared plus r squared, which is going to be how much? Calculate and tell me.
Ma'am, 2 plus r.
2 plus r, how?
Ma'am, 4 square plus r square.
But say it is h.
Oh,
What is the formula for L? Look, when we saw the animation in yesterday's class, do you remember there was this right angled triangle? So this was the h, this was the r, and this was the L. So according to Pythagoras theorem, what will L be? L will be L square equals h square plus r squared, right? That is how you're gonna get L equals under root of this. Under root of h square plus r. Find it out quickly. It shouldn't take that long. L, you just have to find L and tell me. CSA you find later. First tell me the L. Slant height. Looks like there's only 3 students in this class. What happened to the others?
10, ma'am.
10, yes. See, I'll tell you something that will save your time. You have 6, 8, then automatically the third thing will be 10. Why? Because there's certain numbers that you need to remember as Pythagorean triplets. Do you remember from 8th grade? Pythagorean triplets?
Yes, ma'am.
yeah.
Yeah. So some numbers, there's some triplets like 6, 8, 10. Over here, 10 is the hypotenuse. 5, 12, 13. Over here, 13 is the hypotenuse. Similarly, there's a lot of others as well. But just these two are the very basic ones which often repeat in questions. In questions, they are going to give you the values of h and r in such a way that the L that you find will be not too big a number so that it's easy for you to calculate. And it will be a whole number. It won't be something in points because they want you to not spend too much time on calculation in your exam, right? So that is why they're going to give you easy values of h and r. And most probably it will be a Pythagorean triplet like this or this. And like we saw in the previous question, there was 10 and 16 and 26. I think it was 26. What was it? No, 26 and Yeah, 10, 16 and 26. Okay. So this is also a Pythagorean triplet. Fine. No, this is not 16. What is square root of 576? What is the square root of 576? 24. 10, 24 and 26. This is also a Pythagorean triplet. So these are some very basic ones. Other than these also you have, but please remember these two at least. That if 6 and 8 is given to you, then immediately it strikes you, okay, the third one is going to be 10. The hypotenuse is going to be 10. And if 5 and 12 is given to you, then immediately it should strike you that the hypotenuse is going to be 13. Okay, so moving on. So the L is equal to 10. CSA is going to be how much? We are going to take 3.14 in this case, okay? Yes?
Add into 6 into 10.
Into 6 into 10. Achha, they have also given it in the question ki use pi is equal to 3.14. Okay. So 3.14 into 6 into 10. So that gives us 31.4 into 6. And that gives us how much? 188.4 meters squared. Okay. This is the curved surface area of the tent. Till here, is it clear? We will see the rest of it after you're done with this, after you're clear with this. Clear till here? As anyone wants me to repeat anything?
Ma'am, it's clear.
Okay.
Unclear.
Now they are saying what length of tarpaulin this meters wide will be required to make this tent. Assume that the extra length of material that will be required for stitching margins and wastage and cutting is approximately 20 centimeters. Okay. So just imagine that you have to get a tent made for some reason. You have to get a tent made. So you have to give orders for the tent. Okay, you have to go and buy the material. Now you know the dimensions of your tent, that I want this should be the height, this should be the radius. You know the dimensions of your tent. Now you're going to go and buy the material from a store. Okay, the tarpaulin, you're going to go and buy it from a store. Now what happens is you will ask yourself, well, how much material do I need? So the shopkeeper tells you, and this is what usually happens if you've ever been to a fabric store, textile store. They give you some fabric, and that fabric, it has some width. Okay, it has some width. So let me draw it on the screen. Let me know if you're able to see my screen. Is my whiteboard visible? So the fabric is going to be like this. Yeah. So there's going to be this roll of fabric. Okay. This roll of fabric, and it's going to have some predetermined width. So in this case, that width is 3 meters. You have to decide, you will go and like, for example, how we do shopping over here, like in India, if you guys have ever seen it, it's like you go and tell the shopkeeper, I want itne meter ka kapda. Mujhe itne meter kapda kaat ke de do. So they measure the length. Okay, she wants these many meters, and they will cut it from here. Okay, so what you are doing is, what are you getting? You're not just getting 10 meters. You are getting a rectangle whose length is 10 meters, but the width is 3 meters. So you're getting an area of 30 meters squared. Got it? By how the area comes into play over here. So the 3 meters width is already there. They are asking you, how much length should we ask the shopkeeper to cut? Is this point clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, so this is going to be a rectangle, right? If this rectangle is supposed to have 188.4 meter square area, then what will be the length? What will be the length of tarpaulin that we need? How will you find it? Acha, if I give you a rectangle and I tell you its area is 12 meters squared, and I tell you that one of the sides is 3 meters, then what will be the length of the rectangle? Abdul Jabbar?
Yes, ma'am.
What will be the length of this rectangle? Do you want me to repeat my question?
No.
Did you understand the question or not? The question is, if you have a rectangle and I'm telling you its area.
Ma'am.
Yes. Yeah, it's okay. Say.
Ma'am, the area of this thing is, what is the this
Forget
thing?
about the cone. Okay, right now forget about the cone. We are
For-
talking only about the rectangle. I am telling you there is a rectangle which has area 12 meters square. The breadth, the width is 3 meters. What will be the length? Come on, this is such a
4,
simple
ma'am.
question. What happened to you guys? Yes,
4.
Abdul Jabbar?
4.
4. Yes, what was taking so long? So 4 meters is going to be the length, right? How did you do it?
Ma'am,
You
3
thought
meters.
about the area of a rectangle. It is L into B. If you already know the area and the breadth, you have to find the length. Then length is going to be area divided by breadth, right? So that's what you did. You did 12 meters square divided by 3 meters. And that is what gave you 4 meters.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Same thing we are going to do in this case. Okay, we are going to find the length. Now, just one thing that we need to think about is you can't just buy the exact length. You can't just buy the exact area. You are going to need 188.4 meters square for the tent. That is the area of the tent, right? 188.4 meters square is the area of the tent. But if you guys have ever seen any cloth get stitched, any cloth or any bag or anything, then you know that during stitching, some material is wasted also, right?
Yes.
Some material you will cut it out, some is
Yeah.
folded, some is being overlapped. So some material will be wasted also, and they have already told you that the extra length of material that will be required for stitching margins and wastage in cutting is approximately 20 centimeters. So let's do one thing. Extra length of material is 20. So 20 centimeters
Minus
extra we need to take.
extra.
Yeah, we need to take 20 centimeters extra. So right now, just tell me how much is going to be the length of this rectangle which I have shaded over here. That length we will just do plus 20. Okay, plus 20 we will do, and that will be our final answer, because they are asking us how much length do we need to tell the shopkeeper ki bhaiya cut this much length. So we are going to tell this final answer. This is your 20 centimeters. So first let's find out the length of this rectangle. What will it be? What will be the length of this rectangle?
Ma'am, L into B.
188.4 divided by 3, right? So forget about this. So
Ma'am,
length
63.
of rectangle 63. There will be a point somewhere. is equal to 188.4 divided by 3.
6.3.
62.8 I am getting.
It might be problem in my calculation.
No, someone please check it. 188.4 divided by 3. How much is it?
Yeah, yours is right.
62.8, right? So this will be 62.8 meters length is the length of the rectangle. But the final length that we need to buy, is going to be, we need to buy 20 centimeters extra. Apart from this, we need to buy 20 centimeters extra. So that means
0.2.
very good. So don't just add 20 in this. So 62.8 plus 0.2, because this is in meters. 62.8 meters, 0.2 meters. 20 centimeter is the same thing as 0.2 meters. I hope I don't have to tell you guys how to convert this. You all know how to convert it, right? Yes, Avni?
Yes, ma'am.
Pakka? Do you want me to tell? I can tell. No response. Okay. So when you add it, it's going to be 63 meters. So the length that you are going to buy is 63 meters. If you want me to explain something, please type it in the chat box or just ask. Done till here? Please write down the answer. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the class is over. Y'all can leave except for Preshita and Avni. You guys stay. If you all want, y'all can also. Who all went? Abdul Jabbar went. Okay, fine. All right. So let's discuss your answers. Preshita, I don't have your phone number, so I couldn't send it to you. Although I have sent it to the team, and I was expecting that they would send it to you immediately, but they haven't. So let's see. And Avni, okay. Avni, where and all you have made mistakes. Let's just see those. So the first one,
Ma'am, for
got
the
to do.
question number, right? Like while scanning the paper, the question number got cut off.
Acha. Okay. So you should be careful about that as well. Okay. Okay. Then where did you lose marks? A lot of questions which were very easy, you didn't attempt those only. You have skipped a lot of questions. Question number 7 you have skipped. Question number 10 you have skipped. Acha, no, this one. This is question number 10, I think. Or 9, I don't know. One of them you have skipped, either 9 or 10. And then again, the same thing you have done over here. You have not written the which triangles you were talking about. So, and Avni, please always remember, see, when you're writing your notes and when the teacher is explaining on the board, what she's doing is she is going from one place to another place. Like first I'm writing on this side of the board, then I'm writing over here. Why? Because you guys are with me when I'm doing it, right? So when I'm explaining, your eyes are going from one place to another as and when I am guiding you. I'm telling you, okay, now look here. So now you're like, okay, iske baad ab ye aayega. Now this is going to come, right? So
Okay.
you know where to look. But in a question like this, the teacher doesn't know okay, what is coming first and what is not, right? So it's like you have to try to make it in an orderly fashion, write it one line after the other. Don't try to save space in your answer sheet. Okay, you can do that in your notebooks and everything, but in your answer sheet, it's a very sensitive matter. So always just write it in the next line. Okay.
Okay.
Then, what have you tried to do here? Oh, I didn't understand. What is this? What is
In the last question,
what?
like in the last question after doing the whole paper, I didn't like my mind was not clear. So
Acha.
yeah.
See, one more thing that happens when you're giving exams is that if you spend your time helping other people now, then your time is also going to be reduced. You're going to lose time. So just focus on your paper only. Okay? And so the rest of the questions which you have done wrong, I have shared the answer key with you, and I hope you have seen the correct answer for the 12th question.
Yes. Ma'am.
Okay. Then again, the figure thing. You have to focus on the figure, and yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
Okay, Avni.